Okay, one of the cows has, I think it might have been last night, had a calf. Please believe me when I say it is so small. Oh my gosh, it's so small. So cute. Let's do podcast number 6. Okay, hello and welcome to the Knittseh channel. Not really sure if there may be a slight name change soon. We're gonna rock with it. We're gonna see how it goes. Apparently I'm feeling quite good today. Okay, so my name is Holly-Beth. And I completely forgot my own words. Okay, and this is my safe little space where I talk about and document my personal journey in all things craft, but mainly and majorly the knitting world, really. And this is from my first few projects up until now and going forwards into the future. It is an honour to have you here, whether you're new or returning member of this wonderful little community that we are continuing to build on this platform. Thank you for supporting, and if you are new, welcome to this kind and wonderful little community. Today last time and all times before that I did use another mic separate to my camera, but today I'm hoping that my phone sounds good enough. So let's hope it sounds good enough. Basically is what I wanted to say. Today is slightly different in the sense of it's still going to be the usual talking about my finished objects, and which I even surprised myself over the last 2 weeks. I didn't think I was going to get some things done, and I did. So, but we'll get to that. So we're going to go through my FOs, we're going to go through any whips that I have, but we are not going to go through my acquisitions today because quite frankly, I have received a lot, had a lot arrive, and have bought a fair bit of yarn. And I feel like if I put that in this video, the podcast is just going to be far too long today. So what I'm thinking, I don't think this will be an every week situation, because I'm dying to get started on some whips with the yarn or some new projects with the yarn, and I can't start until I've shown the yarn, really, which is okay. That's okay. It's okay to slow down a little bit, but yes, so I likely will record that video maybe tomorrow. But the acquisitions part, I'm going to record it as part of like a separate, almost like a haul. Everything that's new to me in the last 2 weeks ish, but that will go up on the following week. So this will go up this week, and by the time this goes live, a week today, Friday next week, will be my acquisitions. I hope that makes sense. I don't know if it did. I am a little bit, not chaotic, but I just have a little bit of energy apparently this morning, so who knows. So but yeah, so usually we would do FOs, whips. So FOs, finished objects, whips, which are work in progress, and any acquisitions that are new to me. But as I said, today this time we are splitting the acquisitions separately. So it will kind of be like a 6.5 next week, if that makes sense to the podcasts. But I hope that's okay, and I hope that works with everyone. In that sense, it works better for me. And honestly, I feel like it's going to work better in regards to time, because I think this video is already going to be long enough because of what I need to talk about. So I hope you are doing okay and well. And as always, have grabbed yourself, I didn't hit it this time, do you remember last week where I almost spilt it? Several occasions actually. But I hope you have grabbed a beverage of your choosing, or one that just makes you very happy. This is really good. I have a hot jockey, I think I had a hot chocolate last week. The hot chocolate is good. It's good. So let's have a little catch up before we jump into projects. So last weekend, or the weekend just gone, we went away to kind of like the family cabin. I am still in Norway, visiting my partner. I do still need to record the Knittseh chat because there was a lot of response on and questions and things like that. So thank you for leaving questions in the last video. I will be answering those as soon as possible, really. We do have some we do have some exciting projects coming up, not related to knitting, but we're actually kind of half renovating the house kind of thing. Let me know if you want to see that, because I know that the other half has kind of said it would be cool to record. Let me know if you'd like to see it, maybe in a short format. I don't know. I don't know. But yes, so we went to the family cabin. We spent Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 4 days there, and it was just they're getting the car off now. Let me pause. Okay, I just hit pause because they just brought the cows in. The little calf is so cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, where was I? We went away to the family cabin and we just had some time away, and it was it was wonderful. We got there and it was really like there was so much snow on the ground, and yeah, it was fantastic. Absolutely loved it. And it was really good for us as well to have that break from everything. So yes, we did that. It did mean that there was some yarn stores nearby, and I did pick up yarn, and they all have projects in mind. Spoiler alert for next week, I did find some mohair for my slipover that I plan on knitting, so I can start that as well, which is really exciting. And yes, so we just had a really lovely time, and I really didn't want to leave, but we're here, and yeah, we just had a really nice time. So shall we get into some knitting talk, like actual projects? I think that could be a good idea. So let's do that after hot chocolate. Okay, so we should probably do these in somewhat of an order-ish. I tell you what, let's start with what I'm wearing. So I tell you what, I'll take a picture of it on the table so you get to see it properly. But I am wearing one of my finished objects, and I didn't think I was going to finish this. I genuinely think I said in the last podcast, I'm not sure if I'll have this finished, but it would be nice if I'm getting to a good point, you know, like I finished it. I think it was that week as well. When did I finish it? I'm pretty sure I finished it last week, Monday. Late Monday night. I can tell you exactly because I know exactly what I did now. Late Monday night last week, because I did my first live stream on YouTube, which, just whilst we're talking about catching up and any sort of significant news, I am going to be live streaming on YouTube at least once a week going forwards. I didn't yesterday. I'm recording this on Wednesday. Tuesday was yesterday because we just come back from being away. But also it was one of my bestest friends. They were having a celebratory stream over on Twitch. We're doing the transition over. So at least once a week, usually on a Tuesday, there will be a stream. So if you like live content, usually probably chatty, maybe some knitting. One of the days when I eventually go to 2 days, I'll introduce some really chill little games, like simulator games. They're really nice to watch. I find myself watching them whilst knitting, so for me, I don't feel like it's too far out, but you don't have to watch the gaming streams if that's not your thing. There will be the chill, chatty knitting stream as well. But yes, back in, I'll give more information on that at a later date. Let's jump back in. So, yes, I finished this. It was using, I was only half prepared for this. 2 seconds. Okay, hi, I'm back. It was using, I'll put the the colorway numbers on the screen as I usually would, but it was using this brand, which I'm told means soft in Norwegian. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But yes, it is the blue and it's like a natural colour, and I use them held single. They are superwash, 100% superwash merino wool, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. I love how it looks. I did a size up from what I am, which to the pattern that is a 1XL. Well, no, the size I did was the XL, so the 1XL, but for the pattern itself, it recommended me to do with the amount of ease that the pattern recommends. I would have been a large, but I did the extra large because I didn't want it to be too tight. And this is perfect. This is exactly what I was looking for. I'm really, really, really happy I did the size up. That's not to say that that's what you would maybe want to do if you were trying this pattern, but it worked for me and I am very happy. I think I will continue to do, if it's thicker yarn like this, it's still DK yarn, but if it's yarn like this, I think I will continue to do the size up. We'll see. We'll see how I go. I do want to make a few more of these, naturally. I'm thinking about casting one on almost straight away. I'm just waiting to do that yarn haul, and then... Is that the sign language for... I don't know. What's the sign language for knitting? I'm going to have to do some research on that. I absolutely love it. I'm so happy I did it. I did say that the straps were terrifying to me. The idea of doing the straps was so scary because it looked so terrifying in the pattern. Please, if you're a beginner and you're watching this, please believe me when I say they are not difficult. They are genuinely so easy. Possibly, although, honestly, one of the easiest parts. It's all easy. It's all easy, but there was completely new techniques in here that I haven't tried. And so, you know, to get the stitches to slant the other way, this was new to me. The straps with the, is it 3I cord? Double I cord, I think. So easy. And thanks, train. The fact that I was scared to do them and how I feel about them now is, I'm not embarrassed about it because that's fair to be scared of it, but I think it's nice that I feel so confident that I've done it, because it's really helped me to feel like, okay, well, if I can conquer this, then I can conquer this, and I can do this, and I can knit that. So it's really given me a sense of confidence when it comes to my knitting and what I actually can do and can read from a pattern. So if you're thinking of doing this top, this pattern, which is my little secret crop, I think I was saying it wrong. I might be saying it wrong now, because I think I was calling it my secret little crop. Definitely not that. My secret little crop by Jessie May Designs. Honestly, if you've made a few things, particularly if you've made a hat, which has the decreases, and you'll fly through this so easy. Just, if you're unsure of an abbreviation as to how to do it, type it into YouTube, hey presto, I am thinking about making a series of very, very short, maybe 3-minute videos of how to on one particular stitch, mainly for my own benefit, so that I have all of those how-tos in one place, so I can just kind of go back to my videos as to how to do them. Yes. Let me know if that's also something you'd like to see, because for me, I think that would be helpful to have that on my own channel, just so everything's in one place. And then it means that every time I learn a stitch, a new video goes up essentially. So that's what I'm thinking, actually. That's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. But I'm very happy with this. I am going to make another one, probably a fair few. I have plans to make some of other Jessie's designs. I can't believe I finished it. I really didn't think that I was going to finish it within 2 weeks, and I did. And this is one of the best parts about changing this to every 2 weeks, is that I get to see quite how much I've done. And that's so exciting to me. It probably took me just over a week to do, which if you're working on just that and only knitting, would probably take you a lot less time. But it was very nice to work in the round, because you work it from bottom up, and it was very fun to just work in the round, if I'm honest, as well. It's a 3x3 rib. I really recommend it. Most people have done this, but if you are a beginner, maybe not just picked up needles, but if you've done a hat and you've done a scarf, you're comfortable with a knit stitch, you could do this. Honestly, you could do this. And yes, I promise you, you can do this. I really do. I haven't blocked it. I've just worn it. I was too excited. I wore it the same, I think within 12 hours of finishing it. I just really wanted to wear it. Right, so next we're going to move on to the second finished object, which is a hat. I was expecting this to be finished, and it is this hat. It is the veil hat. It's the finger and weight pattern. I am very happy with it. I think it looks really cool. It is using Drops Flora 04, I think is the colour. I have a winded version there. Now I'm very happy with it. I think it looks it looks good. It looks a lot neater than, bearing in mind that I held it single, it looks neater than the first version of this pattern in the DK. Like, it looks neater. Particularly this bit. I just think that looks so much better than my first one, and which is good. You're supposed to improve, you know? The only problem is, the person I was making this for, it's a little bit too short. So it's, and I have my hair up so you can't really tell, but it fits me fine, but for him it just doesn't cover his ears as much as he would like. And I agree. And I said, you know, if it doesn't fit, that's okay, I can make another one, because I didn't even use a whole skein in the end. And I was thinking in my head, surely that's, yeah, but it fits me fine, so I'm going to have it. And that kind of leads into the whips essentially as well. But yeah, I finished it. I think it was the day after. We've got cows running around the house. Oh my gosh. These cows are so funny. Oh, cows are such pretty creatures. Such pretty animals, cows. They really are. But yes, so this was a little bit too short for my partner, so I am going to have it. And I am not angry at that. Not one bit. That is my second finished object of the last 2 weeks-ish. 2 weeks-ish. Which leads us into whips. So, as I kind of mentioned just then, I have started a new hat. Exactly the same principle. It's the same pattern, which is the veil beanie. in the fingering weight pattern, using Drops Flora 04 colorway, which is like the darkish grey. Held single. It's another hat. It's exactly the same. So I'm about this far at the moment. My little stitch marker that I made, or beginning of the round marker, I'm gonna call it. But yes, so I'm on my way to making a second one. It will be exactly the same as this one, except it's going to be longer. When I say longer, it will maybe be this much more, so that it can fold, you know, it will fold a similar amount to this, but it will still be longer, so it will cover my partner's ears better. But I'm not angry doing that because it uses the yarn. That's what I allocated it for. I thought I would use 2 on a, well, just under 2 on a hat. In fact, I'm gonna use 2 to get 2 hats. Happy days. But yes, so it is this here. Again, for anyone that isn't familiar, Drops Flora, or the Flora mix, is 65% wool. Yes, 65% wool and 35% alpaca. So it's really soft. I have worn that one. He is also, but it was just too short, and it is so soft. I have psoriasis. I don't have a problem with it. Always check before you get it that it will be okay, but I actually have no problems with it. I'm so happy with this yarn, and it's so cheap as well. But I'm about this far. I'm still quite far off of beginning to decrease. I think I'm maybe that far away. I'm not crazy close, but yes. So I've just been working on this every so often. I think I will focus on getting this finished this week. The same principle, so you can wear it as soon as possible. There's not much else to say apart from the fact that I'm enjoying it still. It's a 2x2 rib hat. Yeah, and on new needles. Spoiler alert. Needles are, I did get some new needles in the end. They did arrive, and I'm going to talk about them next week. But yes, so I am maybe over halfway through that hat, so not far off. That leads us on to the second work in progress. I mentioned this in the last podcast, in number 5, about these 2 yarns, because I had started on a red buff, which I think you can kind of see here. Yeah. And I was thinking, actually, I think I would just rather do this pattern and do that. So I started this pattern, RulleHals. If I can be confident in how I say that without butchering the pattern name, then I will add it in later. But it is a Norwegian pattern. It's a beginner pattern. It was gifted to me as a birthday or Christmas present last year. My birthday is the 21st of December, so okay, other half came in. Okay, so my birthday is 21st of December, so it would have been either one of those, birthday or Christmas. But I'm caught up, I'm captured. Okay, but I've got quite a lot. I started this when we were at the cabin. I don't think I started it before. No, I do. I started this in the cabin. It is literally a knit in the round stockinette kind of snood scarf thing, and yeah, it's supposed to be one that rolls because of the stockinette. That's naturally what the pattern does. And yeah, it is using 2 yarns held together. The first time I've ever knit with mohair. I mentioned these in my last podcast, but it is these 2 here. Let me grab the labels because I kind of need them. Okay, I don't know if I'm saying this right, but Mondil, Sova is this one. And it is an extra fine merino. It is 65% extra fine new wool, 25% baby alpaca, and 10% microfiber. And I showed this in my last podcast. It's got floof in it. It's got floof in it. I feel like this is going to become a regular thing. It's got floof in it. But it's like a chain. And it's got like fibers like blown throughout. So it's really cool. It's really, really cool. And it's really cool to knit with. Really fun. And so soft. And then the other one is Mondial. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it. But it's the it's essentially the kids silk mohair. Knittseh. Don't know if I'm saying it right. But it's 70% super kid mohair and 30% Seta silk. And it is this gorgeous kind of dusky blue. It's stunning. And these two together, they look very different. But if I can try and put a close-up, I might do some B-roll here. But it just looks... Maybe I don't need to actually. It looks quite nice just on the camera. But it just looks absolutely... Oh, I'm so excited to wear this. And I haven't had any issues with the mohair. We'll see how I feel about it once it's around my neck. But I am so happy with how this is going. I have loved knitting on it. I think it's because it's just been stockinette, so it's just been a case of just knitting and making sure that you pick up both of the strands. Beautiful. But it is the yarn that the pattern recommends, and both of them actually. And yeah. So this, I imagine, will also be finished within the next podcast. And who knows what I'll be working on exactly when it comes to the next podcast. But that is, yeah, I've loved working on it. And so if I started this on Saturday, when we got there, and it's now Wednesday, you know, you can get quite a lot done. This probably should be done. But yeah, it's just going to be very nice to have here. Very nice scarf. Oh, look at that. Oh, I'm so excited. But it's so soft. The yarns are so nice to work with. They just glide over your hands. They feel incredible. I don't feel like this is going to be too irritating. We'll come back to that. We'll give a check-in moment, you know. But I think I keep trying to knit it. I think it's incredible. I'm very, very happy with it. I'm so happy with it. So yes, I think that's two whips, 2 finished objects from the last 2 weeks. And yeah, that basically finishes off today's podcast. As I said, I usually would include acquisitions as well, but honestly, there is so much there, and I've got so many new things that I kind of would like to do a haul instead and split it up. So next week there will be anything that's new yarn wise, which is a lot, and my knitting needles that are new. These aren't necessarily new, these aren't necessarily part of that new set, but they are Knit Pro Prim needles that also were gifted to me at Christmas / birthday last year, with the pattern, because it recommends these size needles. So yeah, I was very kindly gifted the cable and the needles, and yeah, so that's both of my whips and both of my finished objects, and I'm just very happy. I'm very happy with how the last 2 weeks have gone. I'm so excited for the projects coming up. I'm just very excited. Very, very excited. A little progress check with these. These are still the exact same. I haven't worked on them. I don't plan on it. So I did ask in the last podcast, what's the thoughts on me ripping these out on a video, and it was very highly wanted. If I'm gonna rip it out, can it be on video? Absolutely. So I think I might maybe do a short of this one and a short of the other one, or chuck it in its own little video, and you know, that can be an off week video. So because we upload on Wednesdays and Fridays. So yes, no further. It's not going to go any further. I am going to rip this out. Definitely confirmed. Same with the scarf. Same with that. So that's everything. That is all. As I said, this time next week there will be the kind of second half, the 6.5 version of the podcast, where I go through all of my new things in like a style of a haul. I feel like there's so much there that it'd be better off in its own video. So apologies that the acquisitions aren't in this week. I hope that that is the right decision for next week. And yeah, that is all for today. Both whips are almost finished. Yeah. That is all. So thank you for taking the time to watch this video and check in with the next podcast. And yeah, I've noticed a lot of people are kind of joining on the journey. If you have joined the journey, you know, kind of partway through, I will put this side, could be that side, I'll put up here the link to the podcast if you would like to keep watching. And yes, thank you so much for supporting my journey and joining along with me. I'm absolutely loving this, and after doing this top, I'm so excited to start hopefully doing more tops and things with more intricate. This isn't intricate, but to me it is. It's something new and it's something exciting and it's something that's not just stockinette. So I'm excited to work on some jumpers soon. So with that, I will see you all wonderful people on Wednesday for the shorts, and also on Friday for the second part of this podcast. And yes, if you're watching on the premiere, hi, I hope you're doing well. And yes, thank you for taking the time out of your day just to watch this and little old me and talk about my projects and the progress we're making. So yeah, thank you so much. And I don't think I've mentioned it since I mentioned it in my live stream. Oh yeah, and I'll see you on Tuesday for the live stream, obviously. I don't think I mentioned it on the live stream, but I haven't had a video since. But we have hit over 100 subscribers. I'm absolutely, yeah, so grateful and so honoured. Thank you so much. All of the love. Thank you for all of the love that you're sending my way. It's so sweet. It really is. I'll see you guys very, very soon. But yes, look after each other. I hope you stay well and you get to do some crafts or whatever your heart desires, really. That's also okay too. But if you liked the podcast, please do give it a like. It really does help me out. Also, let me know what you're working on. Anything at all, your favourite part, what's your favourite project? Just, yeah, let me know down in the comments. I love talking to you. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. Thank you so much for joining. And yes, thank you. Thank you. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Much love to you all. Bye! Like I said, I am starting to stream on YouTube now instead of Twitch. I'm going through the changeover period now. If you would like to join in with a live stream and just say hello and meet everyone, everyone is super lovely. They will be on Tuesdays at about 11 o'clock UK time. So yes, if you would like to join in on that, we'd love to see you there. Have a lovely day. Bye!